Okay, so dialectics is what we're talking about today, and dialectics is that there's always more than one way to look at a situation. A lot of times when we're faced with a situation where two people are against one another because they've got opposing opinions, usually both people are sure that the way they see it is exactly the way it is and the other person just must be dumb. But that's not the truth. So everybody, usually when two sides disagree with one another, almost always both sides have very good and rational points. And the idea is, can we be logical enough to turn on that prefrontal cortex, the logical part of our brain, the executive functioning? Can we turn that on so that we can actually accept where the other person may have some valid points? So dialectics is both. There can be two things that seem to conflict with one another, and they can both be true. And if we can see and acknowledge what the truth is on the other side, a lot of times that can help us to make better choices. So what I want you guys to do as you're reading through this, I want you to read through this handout and read through some of these options, ways that we can think and act dialectically. It gives you 7 different ways to give you some examples. Then I want you to go through and work on the practice. Circle dialectical statements, okay? And then here, I want you to come up with real-world examples for yourself. Briefly describe a situation when you were in a situation where maybe you didn't act as dialectically. Maybe you were so convinced that you were right and the other person was wrong. And you may think, no, that never happens. I see it happen with you guys every day, multiple times. So go through, think of something. If you can't come up with anything, please raise your hand and we can come over and try to brainstorm with you. And then, so when you come up with that situation, then you'll just kind of process it here. You'll write down side A, side B, and then how you can honor both sides of the dialectic. So, and then what the outcome was and what it could be. And then if we have time, we'll do it for a second section. We may end up doing that tomorrow. But work here on this first one. You gotta read through this, okay? To kind of process some ideas. And then when I come over, I'll ask you to explain to me what dialectical thinking is, and then we can come up with some situations if you can't do it yourself, okay? Thanks.